Well, this will be a hard list to make. Sure, I saw a lot of movies in 2020, but not nearly as many as I usually do. And let's just say the worst list will be far easier to make than the best list. Even still, let us know in the comments your picks for the 10 best movies of the year. As for right now, let's start with my number 10. Number 10, Belushi. This documentary made from audio recordings from John's friends, his family, his co-workers, and classmates combines classic clips along with photos and animation to give us a soulful portrait of John Belushi that focuses more on his drive as an artist than it does his death, from his talent as an actor and comedian to the negative side like ego and addiction. It's a must for any fan. Number 9, Buggy III. Not exactly a critical favorite, but I don't care. This movie was like 12 shots of testosterone while chugging a gallon of concrete, and for the hell of it, snorting ecstasy. It's unapologetically over the top, full of humor, and like if a 1980s action film jumped into a barrel of toxic waste and then stood on a pile of helicopters. Number 8, Color Out of Space. Richard Stanley's adaptation of the H.P. Lovecraft story is the best Nicolas Cage movie of the year. You've got an awesomely crazy Nick Cage performance, and a movie whose story and visuals are such a colorful madness that it's like a body horror film set on paintball mode. Number 7, Promising Young Woman. This is a very complex character study that's like a weird combination of two of my favorites, Ms. 45 and Looking for Mr. Goodbar. The movie is great at giving us three-dimensional characters that isn't afraid of having a morally questionable lead, and also side characters written to be very likable before the rug is pulled out from under you. Number 6, VFW. This siege film about a local VFW holding the fort has an all-star cast including such greats as Stephen Lang, Fred Williamson, Martin Kove, David Patrick Kelly, William Sadler, and George Wendt, is incredibly genuine without turning into self-parody. It's a modern canon film that embraces what it is instead of just winking at the camera, and it's very cool and entertaining. Number 5, Anything for Jackson. This was an excellent horror film about an elderly couple that dabbles in devil worship to bring back their grandson Jackson. It's a creepy film with very compelling leads that portrays them as two people who are doing awful things, but probably once started out as good people and just let tragedy and grief completely take over their heads. Number 4, Mank. This is David Fincher recreating not just the film styles of old Hollywood, but also the land of old Hollywood itself, as it stars Gary Oldman as Herman Mankiewicz and his experiences before, during, and after the writing of Citizen Kane. The movie is like an open-world tour of the scene at the time that neither glorifies or condemns it, but just portrays it as it is. Number 3, Soul. This movie offers so much beyond what you even see in the trailer. It's about finding the passion in life from someone who already thought they were living life to their fullest, and someone else who doesn't realize at first all the little things life offers. It's sad, funny, uplifting, and takes several plot turns not even hinted at in the previews. It's a great film. Number 2, Possessor Uncut. Oh sure, make this a double feature with Soul for the kids. Brandon Cronenberg's body possession hitman story is wildly original with brilliant performances from Christopher Abbott and Andrea Rosenberg, and dear lord does it give you some of the most in-your-face gore scenes this side of a Lucio Fulci film, and does so without ever sacrificing story or character. And my number 1 choice, Class Action Park. This documentary about Action Park is like a real-life slasher film if the park itself was the killer. Run by a real-world Willy Wonka madman, this was an anything-goes amusement park in New Jersey that was seen as a rite of passage for a lot of kids in the 80s and 90s. You see this park from all different perspectives. On the one end, you have people nostalgic for it because it was a big part of their youth where they would wear their scars like a trophy. And on the other, you have families who not only lost loved ones to this place, but on top of that were screwed over in court. It's a mesmerizing film, from these ridiculous attractions to the burning spray they'd put on their wounds. I could watch this movie over and over again. Thanks for watching, everyone. As always, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/StoneGremlin Productions, and follow us on Twitter at The Cinema Snob. We'll have our worst of list coming soon. See you next time.